must be a paid member of a club in good standing in which he or she is competing and must meet all the eligibility criteria as per the latest speech contest rulebook. For this contest, I declare all contestants are eligible to participate. Contestants must create their own speeches and the speeches must be substantially original. 25% or less of the speech may be devoted to quoting, paraphrasing, or referencing another person's content. Any quoted, paraphrased, or referenced content must be so identified during the speech presentation. Contestants must not reference another contestant or a speech presented by another contestant from this contest. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area designated by the contest chair during the briefing. Speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Contestants who speak for less than 4 minutes 30 seconds will be, or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This usually is the first word uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as sound effects, a staged act by another person, etc. The judges, contestants, functionaries, and sergeants-at-arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the location of the timers. Timer, please demonstrate the timing device. The green light will be turned on at 5 minutes and will remain on for 1 minute. The yellow light will be turned on at 6 minutes and will remain on for 1 minute. And the red light will be turned on at 7 minutes and will remain on until the speech is concluded. No indication will be given post overtime period. In the event of technical failure of the timing device, a speaker is allowed 30 seconds extra overtime before being disqualified. Judges are instructed not to consider time in their ranking of the contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant for judges to mark their ballots. There would be 2 minutes of silence after the last contestant for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. Protests are limited to eligibility, originality, and reference to another contestant's speech in today's contest and must only be lodged by voting judges and/or contestants. Protests, if any, may be lodged with the chief judge and/or with the contest chair prior to adjournment of the contest. The contest chair for today's contest is Avinash. The chief judge for today's contest is Vineet Jain. Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: contestant name, contestant number, contestant name, speech title, contestant name. We have 2 contestants in today's contest. Originally, there were 3, however, one has since dropped out. I now hand over to the contest chair to determine the speaking order. Contest chair Avinash.
Good afternoon and welcome to the event we've all been waiting for. The Radisys SoundBytes Hilarious Speech Contest. My name is Avinash and I have the distinct honor of being the contest chair. It's a fancy title for the person who gets to stand here and hope nobody's jokes are funnier than mine. Now, some of you might have seen the original lineup and thought 3 contestants. Fantastic. But here at Radisys, we believe in efficiency. We believe in cutting to the chase. So we fast-tracked you straight to the grand finale. That's right. Originally, we had the brave Rajan on the list, but then he got a good look at the comedic genius we had. He saw the punchlines being polished and made a strategic retreat. We wish Rajan well on his quest for less intimidating hobby, like wrestling bears or something. Which leaves us our 2 finalists, a clash of chuckle titans, a duel of the drool, and a verifiable thunderstorm of wit. In this corner, we have the challenger with the killer timing, Sharath. And in the other corner, we have the contender with the legendary punchlines, Pranali. Tonight, you're not just watching a contest, you're witnessing the final round, the main event, the showdown, bragging rights in the cafeteria for the next 365 days. It doesn't get bigger than this. So, Sharath, Pranali, if you could join me on the stage for a moment. We must go over the sacred rules of engagement. There are only three that you need to remember. The number one, the comedic window. Your speech must land somewhere between 4 minutes and 30 seconds that you all got to know. Stick to that window. Second, be originalish. We know you've seen the hilarious cat videos on the internet. We all have, but according to the official scrolls, at least 75% of your genius must be your own genius. If you borrow a joke, you must give credit. Otherwise, your judges' highly sensitive plagiarism detectors will beep. And finally, commandment number 3, the props. Should you choose to use a prop, you have exactly 60 seconds of ninja-like focus to set it up before your speech. It's like a mini escape room, but the only thing escaping is your dignity if you can't get it done in time. Are the terms acceptable?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. Then you're ready for battle. And now for the moment that will be written in the history books, probably in a footnote, but still, we must determine the speaking order. To do this, we will not leave it to mere chance. Oh no, we will consult a ridiculous looking box. Here, the powerful ancient oracle of impartiality. Behold the randomizer 9000. The fates have been sealed with this technologically advanced receptacle. The name I draw first will be our opening act. The second name will be our grand finale, the hilarious headliner. Let me see. What is it? And it is Pranali. Which means our anchor, our showstopper will be Sharath. The order is set, the stage is ready, audience is buzzing. Let's get this hilarious showdown started. Please join me in welcoming the contest master again. Thank you.
Thank you, Contest Chair. That was certainly extremely engaging. But now back to business. The order of speakers is as follows. Contestant number 1, Pranali Mane, and contestant number 2, Sharath Vasant Kumar. I confirm that all contestants are present in the room, as you just saw. The judges, contest officials, and contestants have all been briefed and are now ready to begin the contest. Here are a few reminders before we begin. No one will be allowed in or out of the room when a contestant is speaking. If you have to enter or leave the room, please do so during the 1-minute intervals or after the contest. There shall be no flash photography or videography during the contest. However, the contest is being recorded as it is a hybrid contest. Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Timers, tally counters, Sergeant at Arms, are you ready?
Yes.
Audience, are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you. Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Can I know where is the timer sitting?
Timer is
Here.
You can sit here so that it is. Chief Judge, is the timer
Can you
visible
just
now?
Yes. Can you? It should be visible to the speaker. So can you just
It is
raise
visible to the speaker. Yes, it is visible to the speaker. Would you prefer that the timer sits more
Yeah.
directly in front of the camera?
No need. So they can sit in front of the speakers. Just
Yes,
to
they
confirm
are.
that speakers can see.
Speakers can see them. They are right in front, and In fact, maybe you can sit in the center so that speakers don't have to see on the side. Yes. And when you're showing the card, show a little bit on the camera. Yes, perfect. Chief Judge, does that work?
Yeah, that works. Can I just ask timer to just message me, because he should share me. He should only share me the timer report. I'm
Please
just
message
pinging the
Chief
number
Judge.
in the chat.
Okay.
Sure.
So please share the timer report to me only.
Sure.
Okay, in that case, we are good to start.
Shita. So we have online timer also.
Online timer.
I don't think it is required because we have two contestants in person, right?
Yes, we do have two
Then-
contestants in person. All right.
One in-person timer is enough.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Nice.
In that case, Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Yes.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the 2025-26 Humorous Speech Contest for SoundBytes Toastmasters Club. In order to maintain uniformity for all contestants, we will maintain a 1-minute silence before I call on the first contestant. Sergeant at Arms, please prepare the first contestant and please escort the other contestant outside the room to the break room. Thank you. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is. Are we ready?
Number.
Ready.
Let's start. Yep.
Please let me know when 1 minute is up.
Sure. So, yep.
Okay. Thank you, timers. Contestant number 1, Pranali Mane. Chief Judge and timers, can you please confirm that the contestant is audible? Please repeat the phrase after me. Today is a good day, 1, 2, 3.
Today is a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge and timers, can you please confirm? Chief Judge, is the contestant audible and visible?
Just give me a few seconds. I am just checking with the vote. Okay.
Contestant number 1, Pranali Mane, outstanding. Outstanding, Pranali Mane.
So, how many of you have ate chocolates or say food while your teacher was teaching in the class? Well, many of us have done that. And how many of you know that our teacher had the vision just like that, X-ray scan? Like she would just scan it and will see you that, okay, this person or this person is eating something. That's what my school life was all about. As you know, that being a good student means having good courage, being very confident, being very hardworking. Well. I was none of it. And my teachers used to say, you are the most outstanding student. Well, she doesn't mean actually. She mean to say that I used to stand outside the class most of the time. That's what she mean, that I was outstanding. So back in my school days, I had this maths lecture, which was the most hated one. I'll tell you the reasons. The first one being, whenever I used to talk something, she would say, why are you talking, Pranali? And I would think, why are you talking why are you explaining when I'm talking? And my math teacher, she was super hot, tempered lady. I mean to say, we had two things in common. First thing, she didn't wanted to know what I was doing. And clearly, I didn't wanted to know what she was doing or what she was talking about. And I hated maths for two reasons. First one, for me, maths was never practical. Because it used to have questions like, think as if you have 10 donuts. And what if your friends take 5 donuts from you? How many are left? And I would say, 10. She would say and shout at me, no, it's wrong. I would say, ma'am, if it's 10 donuts, why would I give any donuts to my teacher, to my friends? That too, a donut. And then she again repeated the question by reframing it so that I could answer better. Then she said, what if your friend forcefully took 5 donuts from you? What would be your answer? I said, 10. And she said, why are you answering this way? I replied to her because I'll hide them from her. Obviously, I'll be left with 10. And another thing, you might have observed in our maths notebooks or all the problems, we used to have questions or problems related to Mr. Nihal or Mr. Sameer. That Mr. Nihal had 65 watermelons, and what if he gave 10 watermelons to Mr. Sameer? How many are left? And I used to think, ma'am, why can't they solve themselves with the solved problems? Why do they have to bring it to us and ask us to solve this whole thing? Then she said, maths is made for people who have brain. And clearly, I didn't have that one. And she used to ask me, when I replied her, that one more thing I'm confused with, what is Mr. Nihal going to do with the 65 watermelons? Is he running something mafia with watermelons or something? Then she literally pulled me outside the lecture for the whole period. That's how I was outstanding student. Guys, please close your eyes. Close. Can you see emptiness, darkness? Please open. That's what my history class was. I was completely clueless what is happening, all the numbers jungling, and they were putting names, big names of all the emperors. And I was just like Ishan from Tare Zameen Par. All the letters, numbers used to dance like Tare Zameen Par movie. And she was the best teacher, better than our mothers, because she used to make the entire class to sleep. Can you imagine? She was better than our mothers who could just make a single child to sleep. And then comes the biggest headache, our general knowledge teacher. He would say, common sense is not common these days. And then begin with, sun rises in east and sets in west. And I once raised my hand and said, sir, sun doesn't rise or sets. It's just the earth which rotates. And then he straight away rotated me outside the class. And again, I was standing outside the class for the entire period. And when I thought that it's just my mother, when I thought it's just my teachers who have owned the franchisee, then comes my mother, who had buy the whole subscription for making me outstanding person. With any minor convenience, she would simply say, Pranali, just get out. And again, I was outside the room, back. And by the end of our school, I was rewarded as Best Outgoing Student Award. And then I thought, this all outstanding movement, being outstanding, isn't all about having all the glorious things in your reports. It can even happen when you just stand outside. So dear Toastmasters, if you think you are you have been standing outside, just think that you are being prepared for being outstanding. Thank you.
We will now maintain a 1-minute silence. Timer, please let me know, for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up.
A message. Others. Share screen. 1 minute.
Has it come yet? Chief Judge, although 1 minute has been up, we're yet to receive the second contestant. The Sergeant at Arms is yet to bring the second contestant.
Can I take the
Yes.
Yeah. Done.
Our final contestant is contestant number 2, Sharat Vasant Kumar. Contestant, please repeat after me. Today is a good day, 1, 2, 3.
Today is a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, can you please confirm, and timers, can you please confirm that the contestant is both visible and audible?
Yes.
Visible and audible.
Thank you. Contestant number 2, Sharat Vasant Kumar, defies logic. Defies logic, Sharat Vasant Kumar.
Defies logic. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear defies logic?
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. This defies logic. Anything comes to your mind? This makes no sense. Anything like that?
Maths.
Maths, okay. Great. But for me, the first thing that comes to mind is Indian movies. I would say Bollywood movies mostly for sure. So I'll be taking some of the examples of certain movies here. You don't have to worry if you have not seen those movies because I'll be really explaining you the actual scene that's going to happen. So let's begin. Police! Literally, we have Ranveer Singh sitting like this on top of the bonnet of a flying Mahindra Scorpio, and it is bashing the brick wall and it lands on the ground. How is he not injured by hitting the brick wall? How is he still able to sit on top of the bonnet of the car? And of course, there is nobody driving the car itself. Even Anand Mahindra will be thinking, hey, my latest XCV9E, which has auto parking features, won't be able to do what this old Mahindra Scorpio is doing in this movie. And also, what about gravity and Newton's first law of motion? I think they were on planned leave that day. Right? Any guess on which movie I'm talking about here? Singham. Yes, Simba, to be precise. It's part of Rohit Shetty's Singham series. You don't have to worry if you have not watched. You can actually consider yourself lucky if you have not watched. And there's another iconic scene which they have used throughout the movie. Any guess which scene I'm talking about? Ajay Devgan stepping out of the spinning car. The car is spinning at full speed, and Ajay Devgan just gets out of it without a worry of the world. How is that possible? What about inertia? What about the law of motion? I think they just gave up and went to Kashi for meditation after seeing such scenes, right? So I'll not talk about action scenes anymore, because if I start talking about action scenes in Indian movies, I would need the entire day for it. All right, so because of that, we are going to move on to my next favorite segment, that is horror, right? I know logic and horror cannot be used in the same sentence, but still I feel somewhere some logic needs to be used, right? What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about horror movies? The Indian ones. What's the first thing anybody wants to share?
Haunted house.
Haunted house? White sari.
The witch that walks backwards or whatever,
Okay, perfect. Great answers. I hope I'll be using some of these examples anyways. For me, it is. Why? Why? Did you die while you were watching an episode of Kapil Sharma's show or something? Are you still recollecting some of the comedies from that show? You know, death is something the worst that could have happened to you and your family. And you're laughing. Come on. Let's not do that, right? It doesn't make any sense. And now, there are so many things when it comes to horror movies that makes no sense. And one other thing that I want to bring up is how it sends a very bad message about brave people. Brave people are the ones who always get killed first in the horror movies. It sent out a very bad message. But of course, for the viewers, it will become very obvious if that brave person is the hero or the main character, heroine, right? So they kill them off first itself. But then, if I'm not being too harsh, they're pretty stupid, the brave people in the horror movies. So you are there in a lonely forest with just one cabin at the center of the forest. And in night, you hear some sound. What does the normal people do? We just cross-check if the latches are put properly and we'll go under the blanket and sleep off. But no. What does this hero do? Let me investigate where that sound is coming from, deep into the forest. Hey, come on, if you don't believe in supernatural forces, there are enough nocturnal animals out there that can kill you in a second. It doesn't make any sense, right? So anyways, I'll not talk about brave people and the horror movies. Next, coming to the bad grooming. What about the bad grooming? The very bad hair, the very bad nails, the very bad tooth. Why? You definitely need a salon visit for sure. And then, when the person is alive, they wouldn't have been able to lift the 2.5 kilo dumbbells. And now, just with the hand gesture, they are uprooting trees. How is that possible? Who are the ones who gives these superpowers to these characters? I seriously don't understand. Now moving on to my next favorite segment, that is death declaration. That means the last dying words of a person. How come the person is always able to complete their sentence before dying? They're like, oh, please take care of my daughter, Pranjit, in my absence. And then, why? Why not like, please take care of, and then the person is like, who? Your dog? Your spouse? Maid? Who? So why doesn't that happen? Now, the opposite case is always true when it comes to suspense thrillers. Right? Who killed you? Oh, Prashant, who killed you? Oh, I was killed by. Ah! No! Why? You should have just rather told, Sharat killed me. Then happily we would have eaten our popcorn, gone home and slept off, and we'll be very happy with the extra time we got. But no, we have to go through the endless list of suspects, the endless number of investigations. Come on. And also the one thing that has always fascinated me is the news that comes up within a movie, right? Something happens and they say, hey, live news is going on, please turn on the TV right now. Live news, okay? They just turn on the TV and then the reporter is like, yes, this is reporter Prashant reporting near the Abbey Falls. Unfortunately, we have found a body of Pranali here who was missing for so many months. So over to you. Why not? It's like, come on, it's live TV, right? They just turn on and then the person is like, that's all from my end, over to you. And then the characters would be like, hey, what happened? Sorry, we missed it. Come on, if you play a YouTube video or something, at least we understand. So this is what I talk about defies logic. But hey friends, sometimes it's all about entertainment. You just relax, enjoy, have a great time. And movies is something that you are not supposed to take it too seriously. And this is even true with life as well. Please sometimes do not take life too seriously. Just enjoy the present moment. Thank you.
We will now maintain 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and submit the same to the tally counters. Timer, please show the red signal when 2 minutes are up.
Sure.
Thank you, Timer. I request the online sergeant at arms to escort the chief judge and the tally counters to the breakout room.
Breakout room is open now.
The breakout room is open now. It is now time to recognize the contestants. I invite both contestants, contestant number 1, Pranali Mane, and contestant number 2, Sharad Vasant Kumar, onto the dais, please. Can we have a big round of applause for both of them? We will be handing out participation certificates later. But is there anything that you would like to tell us about your experience in the in today's contest?
To be honest, comedy was never my cup of tea. I've always been a serious kid. Like portraying myself into this shoes was really nice experience for me, and I've learned that there are many things that I can improve in. And yeah, thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you. Contestant number 2, Sharad.
Great experience indeed, and I always try to jump and take up such opportunities so that as a part of self-improvement. I think how much ever I practice, I always tend to overshoot time. I hope I have just completed within time. I'm not very sure, but I think time management is something really needs to work on. Otherwise, a great experience, and yeah, looking forward to many more. Thanks for the platform.
Thank you, contestants. Can we please have a big round of applause for them? Let us take a picture with them while we wait for the chief judge to join us. Unless okay. All right, we shall take a picture though. Okay. Okay. Thank you, contestant. I request you to please take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the 2025-26 Humorous Speech Contest for SoundBytes Toastmasters Club. It's been an absolute pleasure hosting this contest, and I am eagerly waiting for the results, as are you, I am sure. But we will have to wait. I will thank you for being such a wonderful audience, and I hand over to contest chair Avinash Narendra. Over to you.
Conferring with the elders, Council of Elders. Right? Yes. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? They came, they conquered. Right now, our judges are back. The sacred scrolls have been tallied. We must perform a few final crucial checks. Timers, I have but one question for you. Did both of our brilliant contestants successfully navigate the treacherous waters of the comedic timing?
Yes, almost.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, thanks.
Our final gatekeeper, Chief Judge Vineet. What is your final word on the fairness and originality? Has there been any objection, Gravel Star?
No objection from any of the voting judges, so no protest. Just to announce that there was one-time disqualification, and results have been shared to you, and you can announce the result.
Awesome. Congratulations once again to our champion, and massive round of applause. And the winner is should I build up more applause? Should I build up more? Thank you. And with that, we have our first place winner, Pranali. Unfortunately, there has been a time disqualification, and thereby we have no second place. How incredible. Congratulations again to our champion. This event would not have been possible without a small army of brilliant and dedicated people working behind the scenes. Please join me in thanking them. First, let's get a massive round of applause for our fantastic contest master, Aishwarya. She guided us through the evening with grace. Thank you, Aishwarya, for being our hilarious host. Now, next, a huge thank you to Chief Judge Vineet Jain, the man who had the final say of what is officially funny. Thank you, Vineet, for ensuring our hilarity was legally compliant and all the procedures were followed to the letter. Let's hear it for our tally counter too, Nipun. For the last few minutes, he's been in secluded room, communing with the numbers, performing complex comedic calculus. Thank you for making sure every laugh was counted, Nipun. And of course, to our silent, mysterious, and incredible voting judges. We don't know who you are. We may never know. You're the Illuminati of humor, the secret society of Snickers, maybe. We thank you for your wisdom and impeccable taste. A big thank you as well to our vigilant, ever vigilant timer, Mokshit, who wielded the green, yellow, and red cards with the authority of a traffic cop at the comedic intersection. This officially concludes the Radisys SoundBytes Hilarious Speech Contest. My name is Avinash. Have a good day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
So we call a close.